Peter, we saw what happened. Adrian Peterson and the Vikings, there was somewhat of a tumultuous breakup, but right now, they want him back. What do you make of this situation?
Not that tumultuous, Cole, because look, I mean, he was there all year on this commissioner's exempt list being paid his full salary, $11.75 million to not play from week 2 on. And I was on the ground in Minnesota during that time, and I think the Vikings brass was actually very surprised with the national outcry over the situation because the fans, that next week 2 against the Patriots, they're home. This is after this whole thing blows up. They're all wearing Peterson jerseys in the crowd. So I think it happens to your team. You want your best players out there. If it's the other team, hey, they should have this guy. Remember Ray Rice? All those Ravens fans were wearing Ray Rice jerseys. So these Vikings fans, they're ready for Peterson, the greatest running back in that team's history, to return. And I think the front office, after a season where they didn't go to the playoffs and they're in the loaded NFC North, they're ready for Adrian Peterson to return.
Yeah, you're exactly right. This is their guy, okay? And he's around the facility. He's around this team, this community at all times. In my opinion, for the most part, Adrian Peterson made a huge mistake, obviously, and he paid for it. But this is a guy whose heart, I think, is in the right place in disciplining his child. The team feels like he's a big part of their future. Go ahead and roll with him.
The punishment certainly looked to fit the crime, Peter.
Yeah, and you know, there's all this talk about how he might end up going to the Cowboys. Well, he has to be cut by the Vikings before he can go to the Cowboys. They are committed to Adrian Peterson because he's Adrian Peterson. If this is any other player, if this was a second-string running back, it might be a different story. This is the greatest running back of his generation. When he's ready to go and the league is okay with him to take the field, the Vikings will be glad to have him.
And here's one other thing. We're not around their facility once again like they are, like the brass, like the executives, like the family of the team. And Adrian Peterson has been around there. He's shown contrition. And this is a guy who has, once again, a big heart. And I feel like that the management and the ownership, they want to give him a second shot. Oh, yeah, and he's probably the best running back in football.
Yeah,
he is a Texas native.
He is.
Palestine High School.
Doesn't matter.
Now, that would be great. That would be great if he went to play for Dallas.